Hello again, and we are together again in a new video with a new topic. Yes, this time we are going to concentrate on those fake news. Yes, because it is really a critical issue that there are misinformation or disinformation which lead to nowhere, nothing, and which has no use. Okay, now of course we we have to have some principles that will prevent us from that kind of misinformation and misleading informations. Yes. So it is clear that if a person tries to mislead the other people, it is clear that they can't be a leader. Yes, a true leader does not lead anybody to false things. So a true leader leads all the people around him or her to true things. Okay. Now, what makes a story newsworthy? Yes, newsworthiness really matters in this field. Okay, in the field of giving information and getting information. What is newsworthy? Yes, if a piece of news, if an item of news has reliability, it means that it has the worthiness of being a piece of news. Yes. Any more news? Yes. Any more news? Are there any more news? Do you have any more news? Have you heard any more news? Yeah. Can you tell me any more news? Yes. What's news? Yes. What's news today? Or what's new today? Again, as I said in the previous video, it is also possible. Now, secrets of the Bermuda Triangle or the Devil's Triangle. Is it true that many ships and planes have disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle? Yes, when I was a high school student, there was a news like this, and now the experts say that it is fake. It is not true. It is false. Okay. According to statistical analysis, the rate of incidence in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other regions of the world. Therefore, that's why we are always in need of a critical perspective and a scientific explanation for all events. Yes. Okay, critical approaches. Yes, what we need are critical approaches and critical thinking and critical perspectives. Okay, so scientific explanations are based on hinges on those three steps, those 3 points. One of them is claim, the second one is evidence, and the third one is reasoning. Okay, so we should think who claimed it, yeah, who claimed it, and especially immediately we want to see, want to hear, want to learn the evidence. If there is evidence on or about or connected with that news and reasoning. We should always stick to the reasoning. Okay, we should reason what we have heard before believing in that news. Okay. Now, a dialogue on manipulative ways and preventive ways against manipulation by ChatGPT, part 1. Okay, so the second part will be at the end of the video. Okay, now let's see what ChatGPT said. If an individual is ready to confirm whatever he or she sees, hears, they are described as gullible. When is a person described as skeptical or skeptical? Both are possible. Skeptical or skeptical. Skepticism arises when someone is ready to refuse immediate acceptance and seeks evidence or questioning. Okay. When is a person described as meticulous? Meticulous, yes. Meticulousness emerges when an individual is not ready to confirm or refuse hastily, opting for thorough, comprehensive attention to deal and precision means definiteness, yes. So a meticulous person always looks for definiteness, certainty. Okay. If an individual is ready to confirm whatever he or she sees, they are described as gullible. When is a person described as skeptical? If an individual is ready to refuse, yes, ready to refuse whatever he or she sees or hears, that person is called skeptical. When is a person described as meticulous? If an individual is not ready to confirm or to refuse, to reject, but is always demands, wants evidence, that person is called meticulous person, a meticulous person. I disagree that a lie detector or polygraph can discover whether a person is telling lies or not. Yes, I disagree that idea. I think that it is not possible. Do you agree or disagree that a lie detector test can be used as evidence? I think it is not accepted. It is not accepted by the authorities, yes, by the people of law and legitimacy, yes. What is the accuracy rate of the polygraph? Yes, they say that, although they say that the accuracy rate of the polygraph is very high, quite high, but it is not accepted as evidence. The so-called Loch Ness Monster picture caused a lot of interest because everybody wonders about giant creatures. How many years later did it turn out that the Loch Ness Monster news was fake? Yes, it means that it was turned out to be fake. What do we know? What do we know about the Loch Ness Monster? Nessie, or the other name, Nessie. Another name as Nessie was also given to it. That non-existent creature. Nessie believed to be captured on camera. Yes. So tricky people make the others believe that wrong is right, false is true, or true is false. Okay. The truth of the monster, the Loch Ness Monster, was revealed 60 years later. What about the news about the golden eagle snatching a kit? What about the news about the golden eagle snatching a kid? Of course, it was not a real, a true piece of news. Yes, it was one of those fake news. The image says a very good thing. Yes, a hoax threat is not a joke. It's a crime. Yes. The great hoax about the golden eagle snatching or taking a kid that an eagle swooped down and tried to snatch a toddler from a park was admitted that it was all a hoax, a false news, a fake news. The creature was named Sequatch or Bigfoot, which means hairy giant. Was there any similar hoax news in Turkey? Yes. As they said, Lake One monster or Lake One giant. Yes. There was a hoax about a monster in the Lake One as Van Gölü canavarı. How does a trick individual take advantage of vulnerabilities in people? Yes, they take advantage of their vulnerabilities by using three key tips, three key tactics. Yes, by using TTT. Yes, three key tips and tactics. They try to manipulate. They try to manipulate people. Again, they try to make the people believe that wrong is right, right is wrong. Okay. It is not acceptable, of course. Yes, manipulation again. A tricky person manipulates the vulnerabilities in other people. A vulnerable person may be manipulated mentally, financially, or emotionally. Can a person be manipulated if he or she is rational, resilient, aware, and hateful? Of course, it is almost impossible to manipulate them or to make them believe something or believe in the thing which is wrong as right or vice versa. Okay. What is vulnerability in cybersecurity? Oh, there is even in cybersecurity, there is vulnerability. Yes, even in cybersecurity, there is vulnerability, which is suitable to be manipulated. Nobody can play a trick on a tricky person as they know all the tricky tactics, tricky tips. Yes. Tricky person can also be called cheat. For example, that person is a cheat. Yes. Cheater is, yeah, there is the word cheater, but it is not formal. It is informal, but deceive. Yes, deceive is what also means cheat people, deceive people, and a deceiver is the person who uh, cheats people, who deceives people, who plays tricks on people. Yes, a deceiver is a tricky person. However, a tricky person can never exploit a person who knows, yes, manipulation also means exploitation. Okay, can never exploit a person who knows vulnerability management. So it requires, again, scientific tactics and ethical qualities to manage vulnerability. Okay, to manage our weaknesses. Yes, So first and foremost, again, identifying is important, and evaluating comes next, and as the third step, treating and reporting. Okay. Okay, all right. The media want to break the news. Yeah, it is natural that it is a nature of media. They want to break the news. Why do they also want credit for being the first to inform the public? Yes, they also want credit for being the first to inform the public, to be recognized, yes, to gain a larger share and awards, yes, to gain awards, to be able to stay relevant to the agenda or the current events. Informing communities stay relevant to stay profitable. Yes. Okay, this is a piece of news, but literature news. A Parliament Award of Honor of 2009 in Turkey. The Turkish National Assembly gave its award of honor to Professor Dr. Kemal Karpat, who is a famous Turkish historian. Professor Dr. Kemal Karpat is an expert on Ottoman history. The award of honor has been being given since 2005 sequentially. Prof. Kemal Karpat heard that he had been chosen for the award while he was leaving the hospital after having had an operation on his backbone. He said that when he heard the news, he became both surprised and happy, and he added that this was the most important award among the ones he had received so far. By now, up to now. The West got to know him first. He has been evaluated and understood better for the last 10 years. He said that he believed everyone would get the right of what he had done in return, whether earlier or later. Professor Dr. Karpat stated that he wrote most of his books in English, and people in the West and in the US bought his books. And one of his books had been being used as a course book in the universities in the USA. Nowadays, there is an increasing demand to translate his books into Turkish, but unfortunately, only one of Professor Dr. Karpat's books was translated into Turkish after 30 years. Now, this is the last part of the paragraph. ChatGPT. A tricky person manipulates the vulnerabilities in other people. A vulnerable person may be manipulated mentally, financially, or emotionally. Can a person be manipulated if he or she is rational, resilient, aware, and heedful? Of course, it is almost impossible. Manipulation becomes challenging. Yes, may become challenging if an individual is rational, resilient, aware, and heedful, or heedful of potential manipulative tactics, which are, as you know, lying, slandering, distorting. Yeah, they use that kind of tactics. So we should, every single of us should be aware of them. And we can try this challenge into an opportunity by developing procedures and processes. Okay. And heedful potential manipulative tactics, generating, yes, producing, achieving a safeguard against undue or excessive influence. Yes, so it's a matter of managing that difficult situation. Okay, this is all for today. So I wish you a good day, and I hope it will be useful. So see you next time.